Yo! Good morning, guys. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Chainlink. Oh, link the slink. And, I've been saying on my other channel that I really want to see some strength from some of these lower cap altcoins before I start, getting really serious about some of these lower cap altcoins. And we got some structures on some of these alts that are starting to look very, very good. And I think Chainlink is one of those. Now, today for Chainlink, we're going to talk about the Wyckoff accumulation and why I just believe that Chainlink is one of the better looking charts out there. Some of you guys might say it's not the most exciting project. It's not the one, it's not the one that's going to give you 100x. Well, let's talk about that. So, Chainlink down here, right? And this is one of them we've been talking about quite a lot on, throughout my days here in crypto. Has a beautiful, beautiful Wyckoff accumulation structure that is going on right now, or what is potentially setting up to be a Wyckoff accumulation structure. Now, and when we take a look at link to slink, you'll see that we have that 3 low structure where we get 3 hits to the downside, and you start to see sellers start to get a little bit exhausted. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we had the first low, basically the big capitulation where a lot of people gave up on a lot of these, lower cap altcoins, and rightfully so. It wasn't the best time to be in those. You were better off being in Bitcoin. You were better off being Ethereum at the time. And I get why a lot of people throughout this range have sort of thrown these out the window and don't want anything to do with it. As we know right now, it's Bitcoin season. But as we came back down and the FTX crash, we created that first low, right? Just like in the Wyckoff where we create that first big capitulation low. And then we made our way back up through August of 2022, and we made our way eventually back down in the FTX crash. Now, we ended up holding that low in the FTX crash, just like we typically do on this Wyckoff accumulation phase, right here on that second leg down on that Wyckoff phase, right? And then we made our way back up again when Bitcoin was going up in January, February this year. It was awesome. Chainlink went from like $5 to $9. I got a nice trade on that one throughout that time. And then we pulled back again, right? Gary Gensler attacking the altcoins, right? Max fear, max pain. And we actually ended up breaking that low. And typically what you see a lot of the times when you'll see a lot of, new traders that kind of open up TradingView and their Robinhood accounts, as I like to make jokes, and they see it breaking support and they go, shit, it's breaking support. That means it's going to go significantly lower. Not knowing when you look left, we had a massive support level over here from March 2020 and July 2019 at these 2 previous peaks looking over here, looking left, right? And we ended up actually creating what I like to call the spring, or the deviation of this giant year-long range that Chainlink was in, right? Just like we typically do in these Wyckoffs, we create these giant ranges. And the bigger the ranges, the better for the potential breakout later on. So we ended up breaking down on the FTX crash and getting back into the range. Okay, you can see that here during the spring phase, we typically break the range, get everyone super fearful, get, sort of those last people to sort of get the hell out of the whatever asset you're trading, and then we get back into the range. Now, we've made our way back into the range. Now, here's the real test that's going to come for Chainlink. And I think if you haven't entered yet on Chainlink, here's what you want to see. I entered Chainlink on the reclaim, so I'm in from around like 550 on Chainlink. If you're not in yet, you might want to wait to see what happens here, right? Because typically what we do when we get back into the range is we come and retest the bottom of the range. So if you see Chainlink start to come down and actually show some strength on a second leg to the downside, right? Because typically you want to see 2 hits to the downside in each of these phases, right? Where you have 1, 2, you have 1, 2, right? Look for that second push down. If Chainlink can actually hold the bottom of the range and show some strength at the bottom of the range in here, that's where you might want to be looking at Chainlink and saying, okay, we might have a Wyckoff accumulation structure happening here. Now, we've seen this for Bitcoin, so don't think this is the first time we've seen this in crypto this year. We've seen this for Bitcoin throughout 2023 here, where Bitcoin made this third lower low and ended up coming all the way back up to the range, actually, getting a pullback at first, breaking out, retesting, and then coming up, just like we saw in this phase right here. That's the phase that I'm expecting over the course of the next, 2 years for Chainlink to make its way back up here, right? It's not going to be a tomorrow thing where you wake up and Chainlink's back up at the top of the range. You're all having a party that we 2x'd our money. Sometimes this part can take a little bit. But we've seen this over here on the Bitcoin chart. We go take a look at Bitcoin. We've already seen this play out where we get the one low, the two lows, the spring phase, right? The one low, the two low, the spring phase. And we saw how that played out for Bitcoin is when we got back into that range, we instantly just came back up right up to the top of the range, right? Now, we might do that. We might not do that. We might kind of mosey our way slowly back up to the top of the range. But as long as Chainlink can now hold inside the bottom of the range, I'm looking at this as a Wyckoff. Chainlink's one that I have bought. I was waiting for some strength on it, and I have bought some Chainlink at the bottom of the range. I wouldn't be expecting too much soon, right? Have patience on this one, right? A lot of these altcoins, I still think Bitcoin dominance is going to go up, right? So as Bitcoin dominance comes up, I still think it's coming to 57% or so before, really you'll see like what people really want to see, which is that massive altcoin season, right? No one wants a 2x. Most people are in crypto for 5x plus, right? Before you see that, I think we're going to see Bitcoin dominance get a push up to 57% as we eventually, right? As Bitcoin kind of like, gets a little pullback in this area, kind of consolidates. When Bitcoin goes up to that next eventual target, which I do think Bitcoin is, we're going to see a, close to 40K Bitcoin this year. That's when I think you're going to see Bitcoin dominance hit 57%. And then you'll start to see, and these altcoins will follow Bitcoin up a little bit, but that's when you'll see the altcoins start to make that push as we get closer to the halving. But that's my thought process on Chainlink right now. It's one of the ones I'm really keeping an eye on. I've already added some at 550. If we start to come back down to 550 again and I see some strength again, I'll even add more to Chainlink just because I love this chart at the current moment. And there's many altcoins. If you dig deep, you'll find these structures all across the board. You just have to do your research, right, and sort of look for them. But, that's my thought process on Chainlink. We've already seen this play out for Bitcoin. I'm still expecting Bitcoin to, lead the charge here against the altcoins. I still think Bitcoin will outpace the altcoins here in the immediate short term. But I think over the course of the next few months, it's important to look at, which one of these you want to accumulate for the next run and sort of do your own research on those. But we're going to keep looking at them on this channel, man. I'm going to keep looking at the altcoins that I am interested in as they come, right? It might not be every day that I'm saying I love this altcoin, let's get into this. Only when I think I want to be accumulating something is when I'll put it on. Like I put an Ethereum video out yesterday. That was awesome, right? I've been accumulating Ethereum all this year. I've been accumulating Bitcoin all this year. I bought Litecoin at the beginning of this year. That's up a good amount. I bought XRP. That's up from when I bought it. And I think I bought Bitcoin Cash, last week, and that's up 100+% at this point. So I'm excited. I think the closer we get to the halving, we're going to see more of these structures start to form out. I will point them out as I see them. There is many. I will be pointing out another one tomorrow, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video if you guys are new. I think it's important now that we see Chainlink hold the line on any type of Bitcoin pullback. If Bitcoin gets a pullback, we might see a little bit of a retest of low. It's important to see it hold. If it starts to break back down, that's when we get a little bit worried and we probably cut the trade. But if it holds in here, that's when we get pretty excited and we start to see the fruits of the labor come out, later into 2023 and 2024, and we start looking to the future. All right. So, anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you over on the live streams on the other channel. But stay easy, stay up. Let's all make it. And let's all stay positive for each other. Because when we're positive for each other, and you're positive for other people, that comes back to you. So let's kill it, man. Anyways, peace out, guys. Have a fantastic one.